What's up everyone, welcome to today's video. I am GCROCK and I am currently full of cold, so please excuse me for the sounding of my voice, but it's not going to stop us from doing our normal weekly update today because we got a lot to talk about, and I want to start with the communication from the Division 2 development team yesterday. Thank you to all those that DM'd me and let me know about this. Much appreciated. But he tweeted last night, or I say 16 hours ago, ready for Phase 2 of the TU22 PTS. This came around quick, right? It says, join us on Twitch October the 3rd at 3 PM Central European time as we show changes since Phase 1. And you can check the developer notes for the adjustments as well, which we're going to do. But this stream means it's tomorrow. We will co-stream it again for you. Hopefully I should be better by then with this cold. We'll co-stream it, we'll check out the stream, we'll see the changes. But that means the Phase 2 PTS will go on to preload tomorrow, October 3rd. And then the test server will open on Friday, October 4th. And we've got a whole weekend to play PTS Phase 2 for TU22. It'll close on October 7th on Monday. So let's take a look at these notes. It says, hello agents, we are immensely grateful for all the feedback we received following Phase 1 of the TU22 and Seasons 2.0 PTS, and we want to share our findings and next step based on your experiences on the PTS. And there's some good news for a lot of people that had some concerns. They always listen, guys. You guys fed back, we fed back as well. They've listened and they've made some great adjustments since Phase 1. So let's go over them. New weapons and gear. The Striga's exotic foul wasn't working properly in the Phase 1. They said Striga was not functioning as intended during Phase 1 as it had an infinite range and indefinite stacks, both of which have now been fixed for Phase 2. The new brand set, the two-piece bonuses have been updated, optimal range has been increased to 70%. Virtuoso gear set, they heard us on that as well. I still think this needs further adjusting myself, but four-piece bonuses were updated, range was changed from 30 to 25 meters, and timer was increased from 10 to 15. A lot of people had a lot of feedback about that. We'll give that another test Friday. Priority objectives. I'm really happy about this one. There should be there should be an option to abandon objectives. That was the biggest gripe I had because on the PTS we kind of got stuck. We couldn't continue and we weren't able to abandon the objective at all. So they are going to implement an abandon feature, which is great, but also they're removing those sort of objectives that can time gate you or time lock you, should I say. They're holding up progress because they were time limited and couldn't be completed quickly. So things like the settlement blockade, they're going to remove from the rotation, which is something that I got stuck on. I also got stuck on the PTS playing a game of Conflict, but that was just because it was the PTS and no one was playing. I wonder if they keep that in. Seasonal modifiers. This is something else I had a gripe about. It mentions it further down, but at the top here, UI issue with range dependencies for stellite coating. So the description was incorrect and misleading, so they are updating the description of this one. I got confused about this a lot, and then I raged a lot about this. There wasn't any connection between the color and functionality. We kind of figured that out in the end, but now the icon changes color depending on the range from which the enemy must be taken down. That's one of the things that I said a few weeks ago. If the icon had the color, it would let us know, we'd know right away what range we need to be to take the shields off. I think that's a great adjustment. Also, stellite coating range felt frustrating. They are aware that the stellite coating is the most abundant modifier globally, as you have already noticed. This is due to the fact that common enemies are the most likely to have it equipped. Unfortunately, we do not have a limit on how many members of a fire team can have the same modifier equipped at once. However, we will take the following actions. They're going to remove the eligibility for stellite from a couple of common enemies such as Black Tusk, Assault, and Thrower, and assign them to scarcer modifier like Master of None or Recruiter. So basically, they're going to put that modifier less. Basically on less. It ain't going to be on common enemies. You won't see it as much. But also we're now going to see the icon and the color. So we're going to know as well what range we need to be at to get rid of the shield. I asked for this. That's a big part of my feedback. So I'm happy about that. We're going to have to test it on Friday. I'm still concerned, but we'll see how it works on Friday in Phase 2. I'm really glad they've actioned some changes, though. Balancing weapon and talents. So Sledgehammer and Mosquito Song talents, they changed how the Sledgehammer was going to work. Instead of working for your whole team, it was only going to work for yourself when you're throwing a grenade. They're going to revert that back. It's going to work how it did prior. Everything goes back to how it was, and the Mosquito is still going to keep its changes, which sounds very very good. I'm, again, thinking about new raid strategies right now. We use the sledgehammer a lot. I knew that with the new changes when they first announced them, we'd have to stop using sledgehammer, but I could bring in a mosquito song. Now I can use both. So I'm very excited about this. St. Elmo's engine, they hear us about that as well. They're going to remove the -10 rounds, so still have the same mag size, but all the other nerfs on it will be staying. Ouroboros, they say that it is too overpowered. It does need some nerfs, but I think they are, again, changing the mag size. The mag size won't lose 10. Obliterate talents going back to how it was. They felt that was too much of a nerf. And gear and brand sets, they discussed Strikers battle gear, and they heard that we're not happy with Strikers changes, and we need to mention that only the backpack was changed. The main functionality of the 4-piece is still there and just as powerful. So in Phase 2, the value of the backpack stacks will be brought from 0.85 to 0.9. So it's only going to have a 10% nerf now. The backpack basically it allows you to go to a full 1% for every stack, which if you wear the chest piece is 200% damage. If you don't, 100% damage. Well, now without the chest piece, it'll be 90% damage or 180% damage with the chest piece. So it's still going to take a nerf, but not as much as before. And that's it on the developer notes, and they're going to discuss all this in tomorrow's stream, so we can't wait to co-stream that and see what they've got to say. Now, before we get into the rest of our weekly update, I always get asked a ton of questions when a PTS comes around, like, how do I play it? Well, first of all, you can only play it if you're on PC. You can't play it on console, unfortunately. I know that sucks. They know it sucks. I think it's to do with costs and things like that. I think like Xbox and PlayStation will charge them money for PTSs and things like that. PC, they can do it through their own platform and not have to do anything like it. I think that's it anyway. But anyway, through PC, all you want to do is open up your Ubisoft Connect. If you've got it through Steam or Epic or anything like that, you can't play the PTS. Unfortunately, it's just not how it works. It's got to be done, like I've just said, through their own client. Again, it's probably down to having to pay money to Epic or Steam if they added something else on there. But if you open up Ubisoft Connect and go to your library, when preload is available, they will let you know in the Discords or on their Twitter. The PTS will just appear in your library. If you've already got it installed, it's just going to be an update, and if you've got auto update on, it will automatically update for you. If not, tomorrow when the preload is available, you will be able to update it and you'll be able to play it on Friday. If you haven't got it installed, just scroll down to ready to install, and it will be under the Division 2 PTS. It'll be added here in your games library once it's ready to preload. That's not going to be now. Again, they'll announce tomorrow when it's ready to be preloaded, and then on Friday you'll be able to play it. So as soon as it goes up for preload, it will be here. You can download it and you can be all ready for Friday and the weekend ahead. Just one more thing before we go ahead with our normal weekly update. I saw some tweets from Tom Henderson, who's a reliable source of information on Twitter, who says that the Division 2 looks like it's going to be about 4 years or more away. And again, people have been asking me about this. We'll cover this in a separate video at some point, but 4 years away? Like I said, he's a very reliable source of information, but I do think that's probably just a throwaway comment. I'm not sure he's got too much info on that. But 4 years away, that's going to be 2028. I don't want to wait that long. Hopefully it don't take that long. I'm still predicting 26, 27 later, so 2 to 3 years. Fingers crossed, but we'll see. We'll speak about the Division 3 in another video, though, over the next few weeks. We're now going to be moving on to our normal weekly reset, and we might as well start with the vendor reset. We're digging deep again this week. It's not the best reset, but we're going to start at the theater. At the theater, we do have some Cheska gloves. Crit damage, weapon damage, roll crit chance. They'll become perfect. Cheska gloves, probably more for new players this, but buy these, optimize them. You might need them at some point. I think the best item on this week's vendor reset can be found at DZ East, at this vendor. And it's the Black Friday. I see a lot of people asking about this from time to time. Obviously, it comes with the perfect talent, perfectly unhinged. You can roll damage to armor on that as well. Optimize it. It'll be God rolled one day. And if you wanted the Black Friday, come and get it now. It's going to cost you 152 DZ resources, though. And again, if you're new, this is really for new players. A Fenris holster, weapon damage, crit damage. Not a bad piece. You can roll crit chance on that, and that'll be a decent Fenris once fully optimized. Over at DZ South, there's a FAMAS on sale, and there's always this argument, is damage target out of cover better than damage to armor? I do believe damage target out of cover for the most part. Sometimes damage to armor can play a part though. So if you're a damage to armor kind of person and you like the FAMAS, this is on sale. It's got damage to armor on it. You'll need to optimize it to make a god roll though, because the talent ain't great. You want to change your talent, whatever talent you like running on this gun, but this is on sale this week for 101 DZ credits. And then head into New York, because there's a couple of items here this week. Marco first. You're selling a Cheska chest piece with weapon damage, crit chance, and weapon handling, which aren't bad rolls. You might want to take out the weapon handling for crit damage, but it has a talent Overwatch. I really like my Overwatch builds. This piece is perfect for one of those, so I thought I'd share it today. But also, if you like weapon handling and crit chance on the Cheska chest piece, you can enroll whatever talent that you want as well. And then finally, another item for beginners, really, that might be starting the game. At Roy Benitez, you've got a defensive 11% protection from elites mods. If ever you're making some good tank builds with PFE mods as a requirement, you might not have any, so these would be good to buy just to get you going until you get some 12% ones to drop, or the exclusive 13% ones. And now on to Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. Will today be the first day this snitch location doesn't work? We'll find out. As always, fast travel to DZ East to find the snitch. I should have said DZ East Charlie checkpoint rather, but exit the checkpoint back into the light zone, and I always find the snitch just up here in this location. It's very rare that he doesn't appear, and you can already tell he's appeared. So again, we're on a right streak with this now. Honestly, like, it is very rare he does not appear here. It's like this for most snitch locations, if I'm being honest. Whatever snitch location works for you, works for you. Come and find him, interact, get access to the 2 secret vendors. If he's not here and you want to use this location, once you're here, just keep relogging until he appears. Or use a different character. So this week on the map, we've got Cassie Mendoza down there near Air and Space Museum, and Danny Weaver is up near Truman Safe House. So I'm not going to check Cassie, like, you know where she is. I believe she has the same things on sale that's at the Countdown vendor, Clan vendor, and obviously if you've done the Hunters, there's the Shield Splinterer and the Hunters Killer's chest piece. Nothing really changes, so you know where she is. I'm going to go check Danny Weaver though, because apparently his changes every week. So this week, Danny has an exotic cache, one of these in stock. He's got 2 field proficiency caches. He has 3 Year 6 Season 1 First Road caches, and then 1 crafting material cache. On this week's Invaded reset, we've got Roosevelt Island as the invaded stronghold. You'll have to do Federal Emergency Bunker, Lincoln Memorial, and Potomac Event Center on Invaded to get that unlocked. And Tidal Basin as well, as always. And just a reminder, Tidal Basin can be done without doing these prior missions now, which I've only recently found out. And these are great for new starters if you're still needing to level up your specialization weapons or get mods or blueprints. Completing invaded missions is a good amount of XP, but also 5 specialization points per mission, even on normal. I believe you get a random blueprint and mod as well, so well worth doing if you're a new player. Make sure you're doing new invadeds every single week. This week's weekly project is Invasion Fighter. Black Tusk is pushing into DC from the Tidal Basin stronghold. Take them out and show those traitors they aren't welcome here. You've got to neutralize Black Tusk, 10 of them. Neutralize Black Tusk activities, 5 of them. Complete Black Tusk bounties. Complete invaded missions on hard or higher difficulty, and complete an invaded stronghold. You'll get rewarded 3 exotic components, a watch level, and some other rewards for doing that. Your weekly legendary project is District Union Arena, so complete that on legendary. You'll get the exotic cash along with other rewards for that as well, and all of the other weekly projects are always the same. And to close off the weekly update, if we head into the bundle store, we still got the Jade and Full Moon featured outfits there. I weren't sure whether these were going to go off or anything once the Mooncake event ended, which is now over, by the way. Hopefully that comes back around someday. But you can still get these outfits if you want. The Jade and the Full Moon to go along with the outfit that we got from the Mooncake event. And the Gangster, the Corporate Gangster outfit has come off. We've got a new bundle this week, a new limited time bundle. If you take a look at this, it's on for 1 week, and it is the Autis Robotics bundle. Looks pretty sweet, to be honest with you. I can't preview the whole thing for whatever reason, but it comes with a backpack skin, a scarf, some pants. You got that cool shirt there, and some trainers as well. This bundle this week will be 1,181 premium credits. And that is all for our weekly update for the Division 2. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to be live again tonight, just because of this cold, really. It just sucks. I'm feeling quite rough with it, so we want to be fresh for tomorrow when we co-stream the Division 2 stream, but also Friday when we do a long stream on the Phase 2 of this PTS. I am excited for it. We will be live then. We'll be testing out all the new changes and covering a lot of content for it as well. So I'll see you then. I hope you have a great day and a great evening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like on the video, subscribe if you're new here for more content from me. Check out my description for everything you need to know about me. Until next time, take care everyone. Thank you for watching and peace out.